taking Ms. Machimowski's AP Art History class, I was already interested in art, but I preferred creating my own work instead of going to museums and looking at other people's creations. On the few occasions when my parents would drive me to an art museum, I would end up wandering around aimlessly. Art, in my mind, was simply a way for people to express themselves, so I didn't really know what I was looking at. So maybe taking a class devoted to the context and history of art wasn't the best class for me to take, seeing as I was more interested in what I was creating instead of what other people had created. At first, the class was very tedious. I found it almost impossible to try to remember all the artwork that had been created in the past 3,000 years. Of course, we only studied a select few, but it was definitely a challenge. In a 50-minute class period, we would, on average, learn around 20 new artworks, which we were expected to be able to fully identify. This meant that we had to know the artist, the title, the date and location of each painting. This was impossible to try to remember, but I managed to do it. I used note cards, and I now have almost 1,000 note cards. Along with these note cards, I have also gained an understanding and appreciation for the context that goes into creating art. The last time I went to an art museum was for a class trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And instead of wandering, I actually went looking for art. One of the most amazing things I saw was the llama suit, an ancient Near Eastern statue of a human-headed winged lion and bull. It was amazing. It was huge. It towered 5 feet above me, and it probably extended to half the length of this classroom. But even with its imposing size, I knew I would have walked by it just a few months ago. However, this time, I actually took the time to study it. It was beautiful. The detail was astounding. The technique used to carve the low relief of the wings transformed the hard limestone into delicate, weightless feathers. From class, we also learned that the artist wanted to create the illusion of a stationary figure from the front and a moving one from the side, simply by adding a leg. Although it was amazing to use what I had learned in class in a real-life situation, I have learned something more important in my class, to actually take the time to look around and find deeper meanings in the things that surround us.